Okay, so I took my break. The first part we're gonna do, it's actually, we're gonna clean that blue um, around the pants. At the same time, I'll jump on the arm and do the sleeves that are not painted yet on the weapon part and on the other arm. Once that is done, I think what I'll do, I'll jump straight to the Balthasar Gold and do those little, just make sure, there we go, those circles on the weapons, on the armor, just to make sure that if ever I pass, when I'll use my Corax white, I'll be able to fix it right away. And then I'll end with the Earthshade. So we'll start with the 1000 Sun Blue. And for this, I think I'm gonna use my number 2 brush. So let's do this. And that's another thing, my pots are all dirty and I'll really need to clean them because they don't seal properly, and I realize a lot of dry paint can actually show up on my bristles. So there, I'm gonna put a good chunk of paint right there, maybe even a bit more to the side. Put a bit of water, work it up, grab a bit of this. See if that looks good. So we'll start doing the pants right now. Right there and up there. I'm gonna keep a bit of white on those fold in the pants to keep that white that got there because it gives it a bit of shine. So I'll just go there like this, go around the pants. There we go. Just a bit over the fold right there. There we go. Keep going around. I'm not grounded, I'm shaking. And there we go. Just like this. There we go. And we'll keep going. As you see, the blue is not exactly the same, but as it dries, it's not going to be as bad. And the fact that I got so much white, of course, change a bit of that color, right? So we'll keep maybe the front part white. Try to see if we can actually like blend it, but I want to get close to that belt. Got that white edge. It's hard to see on the camera, but I actually got a white edge just between the belt and the pants. So I'll try to get that as close as I can. If I can just, there we go. Just like this. Around the corner there. Right on top. There. We'll do another pass. Just like this. Again, over there. Just here. Oop. A bit outside of the focus point. There we go. It's like I'm telling you, with time I'll get better with the camera and I won't need to pause the video. I'll be able to do a straight video without any pause. There we go. This. Just hoping that blue will not clash too much with the blue from the airbrush. I'll maybe just one pass over it just to try to blend them together. There we go. Try to get that fold. I'm hitting my light that's on my right side. I got two lights, one in the front right over there, and I got a secondary light to my right. Okay, so that's not bad. We'll just get a bit more paint in the bristles like this. and we'll try to solve around that knee pad on the second leg. So what I'll do, I'll twist it around and we'll try to get it from here. And just lightly go in between. I want to keep that whitish shade that I got there, because it's not completely an error to have it. And we'll try to come from that side. Ah, you see I didn't get the knee pad right there. So the knee pad is in front, but when you turn it, it's completely blue. So I didn't paint it white. I'll need to correct that. So okay, so instead of that, I'll go in the armor, just under the armor, and I'll get a bit of blue right there, just like this. Not too much. We don't want to hit the belt. There we go. Ooh, I didn't measure properly there. There we go. Just little dabs. Turn it a bit. I'll try to we'll see if I can reach under that fold right there without hitting too much of the belt. There we go. Perfect. Right there. We'll do the same on this side. Try to get it in an angle. This. The noob at work, people. And we'll just go under the armor, just like that. Just with the tip of the bristle. What I realize sometimes you'll need a bit more fresh paint to do those small details. Just make sure that you don't have such a see. No, it's not bad. I'm not in a. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. So yeah, I did hit the armor right there. So yeah, just make sure you don't have too much paint, like a big blob of nearly waterish, or when you go for that detail, it's gonna leak. See how my bristle is split now? So I'll try to give it back its shape. Alright, we're good. We'll keep going around that armor. That's a really tedious part. Of course, I'm using the number 2 for that. So why the number 2? No reason whatsoever. Just because I'm a noob. I could use the detailing paintbrush for that, but I'm experimenting at the same time. So maybe a bit of water. Try to give it a good twist down there. There we go. We'll try to mix back a bit of paint, not too much. That's real light. That's not bad. Okay, so we'll do that. Oop, try to center that. Do it right there. What I'll do, I'll always keep the same angle for the camera, so I'll get used to it. Go just under there. Doesn't really matter if I pass a bit over, because I can fix it later with my Corax white. So here we'll try to focus on this. There we go. And we'll cover that orange ugly stuff that I don't know where it's from. See, too much watery. See how it does. Oh, there we go. And just twist it. I'll need some water. Let's mix it all back. Grab, maybe sponge it a bit. Grab a bit of that chunk of paint. Go more to the side. Still pretty watery. Get more paint. There we go. We'll try again. Really watery, but try to sponge it a bit. Did it solve the problem? Whoops, Try to even that out because right now it's really ugly. I really butchered that part. I should have taken new paint and I did that. Okay, so I'll go in between the armor right there. See what happened? I put the paint and the paint goes away. It's kind of weird, but yeah, too much water. There we go. We'll get that top fold. There we go. This. We got it. We got this. Right? Oh yeah, we got this. There we go. I'm gonna flip it around. Up. I'm gonna do the inside of that sleeve. Like this. I don't need to go too much down. That's another thing I realize. I'm using the plastic glue that Army Painter and Citadel sells, and it's really good. But what it does a reaction where it melts. It does a chemical reaction that melts both plastic together, and it's okay. It does a good job. But the thing is, if there's a bit of it that goes on your paint, the melting plastic will mix with that paint, and it's gonna do a really ugly. You can really scrap your paint job with that. And since I'm painting the arm off the model, it's actually tricky because the arms can be hard to adjust, because it's not just an arm that hangs on the side of the model. That arm is supposed to hold up the weapon itself, so I have to be really careful at that part. So yeah, this is the first layer, so not too sweaty. I'll just make the adjustment and redo that paint job. This is my first layer, so even if it's not even for now, I'll try to even it on the next layer with good paint. Yeah, good mix of paint, or well thin paint. I'll just make sure I cover what I need, at least for the first layer, and we'll be good to go for the next part. There we go. I got a small fold there. Try to get it from that side. And like I said, then if I go on the shoulder pad that I already did, I can do the correction after. I should have did all the blue first, because what I realize is now I have to fix it, and blue is really, really, really dark. And because the blue is so dark, I may need like 4 layers of Corax white to fix that up. So we'll keep going. We'll do the arm on the gun for the sleeve, and we're going to do the pants again and the armor part again. Some people think that the tau are supposed to represent the color of their sept, and I was actually reading about the tau, and they're a practical species or group or army. So what it means by practical, it means that they focus more on what is useful. So having a bright color on your armor is not that great. So if you decide to take the Tau sept, I think that was red. Is it red or is it black? Anyway, let's say you decide to take one of the sept that got a bright color. You don't need to paint the whole armor the color of that sept, actually. What decides to show what this soldier or model is part of a specific sept, it's actually the markings, those little lines that you see that looks like something like this. You got those small lines, big lines, small lines on the side of the armor. Well, that represents the sept. So I was looking at the colors, and the color I was expecting to do is actually fitting with 1000 Sun, because it's the Mugulav base sept, and I'm pretty much sure I just butchered that name, but anyways. And the Mugulav, base set used that dark blue. And that was pretty interesting because I just learned that there's like a new faction, maybe not completely new, in the Tau, and it's the Farsight. And Farsight kind of dissolved himself from the Tauva. So because of that, you kind of have two factions. I can see people being picky, saying, well, your Tau cannot be Farsight, or you cannot play the game saying they're Farsight, since they got a marking for the Tauva, or the Tau set, I mean. So because of that, I think that using the Mugulav, that blue, is actually a good thing. Because what I read about Mugulav Bay, there was a big war, and they were losing. And at the end, the survivors actually decided to join Farsight. So that means if I play a game, because I hope someday I'll be able to play a game against somebody, and I could decide, well, those are Mugulav base soldiers, and those have joined Farsight. Or later on, I can say, well, those are Mugulav Bay warriors that are still with the Tolva, and because of that, they're still Canaan. So I got a mix of both worlds. I'm gonna build a Farsight army with the corresponding red, I think. I'll try to do the 8 commanders. That'd be pretty sweet. So I got a few older model of Crisis coming in, because what I realize is they're all experimented commanders in the story. So because of that, that means they're really old soldiers. So I want to use older models for older soldiers, and newer models for whatever, just the regular soldiers. So I got a few medals coming in, so that's gonna be sweet to work with, or older, like early Crisis suits, battle suits. The other thing is, why start with the Tau? Well, the thing is this. The Tau are, for some people, must be one of the easiest one of the hardest one. Really depends what you don't like. I think what's the hardest to do with paintbrush, it's any flat surfaces. When you have a lot of details, let's say right here, it got a deep strike veteran, and you got a lot of detail. With brushes, that can actually go really well. But when you got a really slick surface, like a hammerhead, well, you're gonna see those strike, even if you use a large brush. So the point was practice my brushing, practice my airbrushing, a bit of both. And from there, move to the next one. And the army, actually, I really want to do, it's the orcs. And the reason is, I know the orcs already got a few, how can I say that, design that Games Workshop present and hope that you're going to do. And what I read from the lore, they are scavengers. So what I want to do, it's find out for every models in their armor, parts that looks like armor parts from another faction or another army. If they got a part of armor on them that looks like the sororitas, Adeptus sororitas, well, the battle sisters, that's more simple. Well, I want to mimic the color from that specific, so I'll actually open all the codex and look at each picture and try to sync the matching color. So my orc will be wearing different colors. The part that looks like ultramarine is going to be blue. The parts that look like maybe a part that comes from a towel will be a white, or my Corax white. And I'll try to mix them. There'll be really that heavy metal look of random stuff ready for battle. That'd be really sweet. But to do that, to achieve my purpose, that goal, I need to practice. And the towel for me are perfect for that. And as you can see right now under the collar, my Thousand Sun blue and that blue that came with the gun blend in perfectly. We don't see it at all. And it's all solved now. So I feel that's fine for the suit on my guy. So the most important part is really correct those sleeves. So we'll put a good layer of paint right there. Just make sure that it's all uniform. Some people may think that I'm putting too much. You must be right. Like I said, I'm a noob, so I do mistakes. But for now, it's the best I can do, and I'm pretty happy for it. So we'll keep going. So yes, so the Arc Army is going to be something really interesting to paint. But for now, really, I love the towel. They got something into them that I really like. It's not, I know some people says it's more Japanese, more Gundam Wing, I think. And for me, not really. They're more that specific sci-fi. You know, those, I know it's a trope, but those alien, the sci-fi alien, the one that make first contact and they offer peace, and they got fabulous technology and they offer so much. And they want to evolve, and that's kind of great, because when I was reading them, I really like the Ultramarines and all of that, and the Emperor of Man. But the thing is this, they're cultists, and because they're cultists, they do not want to evolve, they do not adapt for their new enemies. They're going to stick to the same technology, they will not learn out of it. The Tau, as I see, with nearly every edition, they kind of modify their weapon. They got the ghost kill that shows up, the stealth that shows up. Some model are removed, and one of those examples is the SV-15, those pre-stealth battle suit, the early ones. They were actually just like a Pathfinder, with a really big, bulky shoulder pads and armor chest. And I love them so much. And I'm kind of sad not seeing them in the roster anymore. And people need to use the new stealth if they want to stay with the lore. But it's still really interesting. I really love that look. So okay, so the blue for me now is going to be done. It's not perfect. Still got a bit of problem here and there, but it's not my purpose right now to do perfection. I'm not that great, and I don't want that video to last forever, right? So what I'll do next is use the where's my brush? Oh, the detailing brush, and use the gold and fill up the gold here and there, and same thing on the gun. So we'll wet this, we'll shape the Balthasar Gold. Got a bit of water that flies all over the place. Oh. There we go. I'm gonna grab a bit of Balthasar. I'm just gonna snap back in place. We'll put it, let's put it in this corner. We'll just put it down there. And we'll dabble just a bit of water. There we go. And we'll just swing it around like this. And we'll do that center part. Is it well focused? Let's do this again. There we go. So we'll do that round. We'll go as far as we can without doing too much problem. It's really hard to get that little round shape in the corner. The thing is this, the detail brush actually bend a lot. It's not really stiff. So sometimes you have to be really careful not to put too much pressure. There we go. I hope it's not too dark. Can I put more light from? Ooh, too bright. There we go. I'll try to do this. So we'll twist it around. We'll keep trying to. There we go. It's not working, and my paint is already dry at the bottom there. So we'll try to fix or gather as much as I can, and we'll try at least to finish covering that surface on top. You see, no gold. Okay, so it's good. We'll just grab more. It's not as if I'm using a lot of paint every time I do that. There we go. Just a little dab. This. With a bit of chance, I think I got. Yep. All right. We'll keep going. So we'll try to finish that top part. There we go. We'll go around the edge at the bottom right there. We'll twist it again. Try to do the same from this side. Just to make sure it looks really round. If I'm shaking, I'm really sorry. This one is really asking me to focus a lot. And the more I try to focus, the worse my shaking is. And there we go. Just go around the edge. Let's try to dab it there. We'll do a dab in that corner too. There we go. We'll move to the back. So now this one is really tiny, tiny, tiny. There we go. Whoops. Keep hitting that brightness. There we go. Instead of focusing. Can you stop? Yeah, good enough. We'll just go around this like that. Dab it there. Try to go around. Oh, Jesus, I shaked. All right, I'll fix it later. I know some people says that you can actually just use a brush that is dry and dab it with a bit of water. So I'm going to try that right now. So I'll take my number one that I didn't use for a while. We'll put a bit of water on it. We'll try to solve that. We'll see how it works. So we'll just get that water over there, like this. Doesn't work. Okay, maybe it doesn't work with metal flakes. So we'll just finish in that small corner up top. It's hard to see because of the backpack, but you see that white dot. Just try to get that in there the best as we can, just to make it more complete. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough before I do too much mistakes. I shaked again. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for myself, actually. And there we go. So yeah, I'll let that dry and I'll try to fix it with more Corax white after. So that's the first part. So let's go to the gun now. So I got that back ammunition part, and I'm still gonna use it. So maybe it's not Canon, maybe it doesn't fit, but I feel that the look of it will look great. just like this at an angle, because I don't want to reach the whole thing. There we go. And what I'll do with the earth, I'll fill up in between like this. Good. Mm-hmm. Just make a bit of water, grab whatever is left there, and we'll keep going just the way we are doing it right now, just like this. There we go. Oh, I got a wild bristle there. Don't know if I should put music over me painting. Quiet music, but still. Don't know if it's necessary. There we go. So the only thing that's left, it's really that front part of the gun on both sides. So I'll do that right now. And I really like the gold, Balthasar Gold. Usually just one layer is good enough, and it makes really, really cool effects. And I think for the whole army I'm going to use it, and one bottle is going to be more than sufficient for my purpose of using it. So right now, yeah, it's good enough. All right. Let's do the inner first, since I just dabbed it and I don't want to put too much on the really good part. You see right now it's really going well. Whoop. Flip it around. I'll just get that. Okay, I said I overpass sometimes, but it's okay. Perfect. Let's do this side. And yes, I say purr like a cat. Perfect. There we go. I'll just go around like this. Perfect. And I'm shaking so bad. There we go. We'll flip it again. And do that little corner there. Yes, in the middle. We'll just finish that up. There we go. Perfect. See? Looks really neat. Beautiful look. And with finishing with the Corax, not the Corax, it's gonna be amazing. Okay. So now we're gonna fix every little detail and mistakes that I did with the Corax white. No. We're gonna do the Abaddon black around the bracket for the lens on the helmet. That is really important that we do that now, because if I do a mistake with that black, I want to be able to solve that problem as fast as possible. I'll just do it like this. We'll dabs and we'll go around the helmet right now. Just like that. And we'll just go down like that and like this. Do the top part. We'll go sideways. Maybe it's not the perfect way to do it, but that's how I do it. And we'll just go over, out of focus, I guess. And is my paint already dried? Could that be? We'll see in a second. And it looks dry. That's what I mean by can be really challenging when you don't have a wet palette. Just not enough water can be really slowing down your process. No, you see, even if I try to save it, we'll just gather new black and do it again. Just dib, a bit more, dib. We'll drop it in that corner, like this. If you wonder why I got so much black on my hand, it's because, like I said, if you don't clean your pot carefully, this is what's going to happen. You'll get dry paint on the side, and when you shake it, it doesn't seal properly. And because of that, you'll have a lot of problems. I may make this video in a two-parter. So for the people that wants to see the first maybe hour, then another one for the other part of an hour. And I shake because I'm not holding it properly. And there we go. I'll try to get more traction from my hand. There we go. It's a good exercise actually. I'm really happy to be doing this. Because even if I do mistakes, when the final product is good, looks good, satisfying, I know I'm not limited by my little problem with my hands shaking. I was a really proud painter when I was doing cars, and I really always wanted the perfection. And with this, I learned that you don't need perfection always. And I'm dabbing too much. Is my paint dry again? It looks like it. We'll try to solve it. Let's see if we can actually fix that. And I don't think so. We can try, but I don't think I can solve that. So we'll try to do the bottom part. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, back some black. After that, we'll be able to move to the Gyros white, finish whatever we need to do. We'll just go under the helmet, try to get the bottom of that bracket like this, slowly but surely, like this. And I got a bit of white right there. I don't like. There we go. Try to solve that little corner there. Okay, there we go. It's fine, the lens are gonna go blue, so that's gonna hide it. Perfect. It's all right. So now let's go to my Gyros white. I'll switch back to the number 1. That is here. Grab a good chunk of it. Let's mix it over there. Let's try as much as I can. There. Grab a bit of white. Boop. Try to blend that. Toward the bottom. We'll come back, grab a bit more paint. Mix it toward the bottom. We'll see. Does it look like? Looks pretty thick. That's better. That's better. All right. We'll do those legs. We'll try to finish this with the last layer of Gyros white. Then move to the there we go. I realize sometimes that once white is better than going over and over the same part. Sometimes you can actually remove your paint that you just put down, so that's not great. It's really a game of patience more than anything else. Usually it's when you try to rush it that all the mistakes will pop. Or you'll do a lot and you'll just lose your interest in doing that. So we don't want that. We don't want to be in a rush. But front of that leg is really bluish, so that needs a lot of investment of my part. Just make sure that we do this. I'll grab a bit more water. I'll thin it down. Whoops, grab a bit of black there. We don't want that. And we'll go grab a bit more paint. We'll twist it around. We'll test it. A bit more paint. Then let's try that. Okay, good. So we'll do the corner of that knee pad that I didn't get earlier. So we don't need a lot of it, just enough to shade it. It's pretty hidden, so it's a mistake that I'm ready to concede and let it slide. But there we go. So just that make a big difference. I'll just wipe my brush like this around there. That we'll do this leg now. Come from, and I'm really twisting myself. It looks really awkward if you were looking at me while I'm painting. So it's not a game of looks. It's really a game of patience. Just make sure that I can actually save that paint. Don't want it to dry too much. There we go. Where was I? Okay, I was there. So we'll do that. Let's do a focus again. There we go. We'll try to. There we go. Front of that leg. Like this. We'll just cover that. We'll try to twist it like this. Maybe more actually. Like this. And we'll do that. Oops. Hitting the side of that holder. Twist it a bit more from that part. And I want to reach there, but it's really, really hard right now. All right. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. So what we'll do is this. We'll take a bit of blue armor. We'll do the hooves. And after that, I'll do the Earthshade, and we'll be good. That's gonna be all. Oh shit! Completely forgot about that. No, we're not good. Don't stop now. Forgot to fix this. We can't leave it like that. It's gonna be an hour. Let's fix that. Right there. Can't let it go. Can't let it slide. Right there. There we go. We can't let it like that. There. Good. Now we're good. All right. So we'll use that blue. I'll keep the number 1 for that. Let's shake it up. Blue over. Oh, so thick. Better shake. There we go. I'll just grab a bit of that. There we go. Put it down there. We'll do it in this corner. There. Just a little dab of water just down there. We'll go grab it all of it. We'll try to do it with a single. So now we'll do the hooves. Did I focus better than that? No, I guess not. So yeah, we'll do the hoof there. Just like that. Some people's gonna say, well, what the hell, hoofs aren't supposed to be like a brown. And yeah, I guess they're supposed to. Well, guess what? Not mine. So now all the dark part in the back. So I just want to cover it a bit. It's really more a attempt to a shade, or pre-shade, I would say. That didn't work. Do that again. Mix it in. Okay. Now the other roof. There. Do the same right here. The front. Let's just say I assume my paint scheme. You can assume your gender. Well, I assume my paint scheme. I'm okay with it, and I accept myself. Top. A bit more. Round it again. There we go. We'll try to put a bit more of that dark part in the back, because it's way too dark. There we go. There we go. There. We'll do a bit here. I just hope the video is going to be clear enough for you guys to see the job. And we'll go in between those toes. Are they toes? If you have hooves, are each point a toe? Or is it a towel? Haha. Bad joke. Okay. So now this is done. We'll do the gold, the Earthshade. And from there we'll finish the whole painting. Don't really know if you need to shake them, so I'll shake it. So the thing is this, it's really thin. So usually I just remove the excess just by tapping there. There we go. And what we'll do the linings. So I will start with, you see my paint was way too thick when I did that touch up in the back, but well, it is done, so it's not the end of the world. I need to ground myself better than this, and we'll just start there, do that line around. So thick, so thick. So what I'll do, I'll go fast, go to the side. Oops, I'll back up just a bit. So I'll do this, do that, come back there. I'll go around the circle like this. I'll try to do that body line on that side, hoping I still got enough. What I'll do, I'll come back, grab as much as I can from that, just like this, and use that excess in the front right there to redo or keep going with my my body line. So I do that sometimes. I kind of pass and I have a small excess. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. There we go. So what I'll do, I'll grab whatever is in the center. since it doesn't dry as fast as all the other parts. I mean paint. We'll focus on this, and we'll do that line that starts from the. Oh God, I'm shaking. We can do this. We can do this. Come on, people. We'll give it an angle. And we'll just apply as thin as possible. There we go. And we'll come across like this. We'll do the same right there. There we go. And we will do the antenna. The antenna got that little square right there. Up. And that body line right there. Like this. That looks great. I love that. So much love that. You see all the shading that I did under the helmet's completely gone. So what we'll do, we'll just add a bit more of this. And we'll really go wide. Because I want those small details to show up, but at the same time I don't want them to feel too detailed since they're on the dirty helmet. Like this. There we go. There's a little something that I do. And we'll see if it works. That's going to be such a long video. But this is normal. This is the time it takes me to do it usually. So there we go. So what sometimes I do, there's those little balls on the legs. Those bone part I was talking about. Their body part or not. And I just go around them. Just to define them into all that white. So they get that little look that shows up and says, I'm here. There we go. And same thing here. Have to be careful. Yeah. So right now it's dangerous when you're doing a round part is because usually you kind of put your brush at the 45 degree angle, and if you're doing a circle, you have to turn the model itself, and I'm not doing that right now. There we go. Okay, so now we'll do the gun. Same procedure. What I'll do this. I'll just go across and come back. Oops. Go back across and come back. Just lightly. Just to see if we can drop a bit of it inside of it. There we go. Feels odd. Okay. Swipe. Back up. Grab this. Put it down there. Oops, wrong one. This one. And we'll fill up the inside of the gun. Like this. And we'll just scrub it. Like that. Back and forth. We'll do the same on the other side. We'll grab a bit more because it doesn't seem to. There we go. Like this. Back and forth. Same thing here. I just look at the camera and I didn't realize I hit the side of the gun. This is what happens when you're going too fast. Grab back a bit. Corax white. Corax white. I have to stop calling it Earthshade. Earthshade. Remember that. Earthshade. If I don't remember, remember me. So we'll go just like this. Back and forth. Back and forth on top. Back and forth on the side. Back and forth right there. We'll do those little vents. just to give them a little color to them, we'll do the circle. This. What we'll do, we'll go across in the center part, like that. See? We'll fill that one up. Oops, I shaked again. And we'll do that little design that goes right there. I have no clue if I'm doing that right, but you know what? I'm doing it. One more. The bottle is so big and the bristle is so small that I don't feel I'm wasting anything. At the same time, what I'll do the glove. So I'll do that little part first. Whoop. That little part there. Whoop. Do one line across. Whoop. And I'll go around that guard that goes on the hand. Like this. We'll do the small detail there. Like this. Oh, too much. We'll come back and gather that. One across. We'll go around the whole circle in the back. Like this. Just make sure I cover it up. Grab a bit more. I should have grabbed what was in excess on the side, but I didn't do it. Alright. Right there. We'll do that body line right there. There. We'll come across like this. We'll do this line. There's a little triangle right there. There, I'm gonna fill it up. See right there, we got a small design. I'm gonna try to go around it right there. Give it just a bit more pops to it. It's on the side, so it doesn't really matter. We'll finish that circle. That circle is gonna be visible easily. It's not going to be hidden by anything, so it needs to be highlighted. And I don't think I got enough corrects to do it. Can I save that extra that I did? I don't think. Nope, already dried. Again, a mistake. And we'll dab it down. There we go. So we're doing that circle part. Just go around it. Fill up the side and go across like this. There we go. We can actually give it a bit more. Just a bit more shading to this. Literally paint it in like that. So now that the only thing I want to do, I want to finish the other end. I'm about to finish this video in not too long. This didn't work. We'll shake it. The bristle was too wet. There we go. Grab this. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. There we go. We'll do the other glove. That small line there. There. Do that line. Do the same thing on this side. Do the little hand guard, the little defense line. There we go. More definition on the end. And yeah. So the only thing we're missing now is doing the lens on the helmet. So for the lens, I don't really deal with it. I keep the detail brush, but I want a good chunk in the middle, and we'll just dab it right in the center. Pow. Just like this. Pow. We'll do the same on this one. Like that. And we can see a lot of, it's hard without a magnifying glass, but I think can get it just like that. And we'll just make sure this looks like more of a circle. There we go. And the only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a bit of Corex white, and I'll do the same thing, just a small dab, don't need to dilute, because I want really a small chunk of paint to show up on it. So we'll just hit it right in the corner, right like there, two, no, two, and one right there, two, there we go. So this looks like it. I'll do just a small detailing in the back. Just grab this bit of black, I'll sponge it out. This, I'll go in the back of the backpack. I'll just hit those two little dots sideways, like this. And that one too, like this, sideways. Let me hit the fence, just like this. There we go, just to give them a bit of deepness to it. So this is what it's gonna look like. So we'll grab that little glue. I shouldn't have done that, but I just did. There we go. We'll glue it on the miniature. We'll try to do it in one shot. We don't want to spread that glue all over the place, and we'll just dab it like that and hold it in place. I usually count till I think it's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're good. So the arm is attached, we're good to go. So now the tricky part. So before putting the glue on that one, because that's the one that's gonna hold the gun, I need to be sure to know exactly how I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna put it something like this, right? Just like that. So I know about the angle. Whoa, losing my arm. I don't want to lose my arm. No, 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 no. And see, I lost my arm. What happened? So what happens because I prime and I put paint over it and the glue didn't work properly. I should have held it longer. So we're going to try to fix this, hoping it didn't break the model too much. It's a mistake. I'm gonna learn. And I know I did the same mistake on another one not too long ago, and I didn't learn. So we're gonna hold it a lot longer. We don't want that glue to go all over our paint and scrap it. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And of course, we're hoping that my hands are not too dirty and I'm not putting blacks all over it. I don't think so, but we never know. There. So this time I put a lot more pressure on it. So we'll do the same with that side. And we're going to make a lot more pressure. And I did more than just one drop right now, so I have to be really careful. And flip it like this. And we're all gonna hold both arms like that. At least for another 20 seconds. So, we're gonna twist it. There we go. So, let's say we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm gonna wait the extra 5, you know, just in case. And there we go. So the only thing we're gonna do, whoops, to finish this model, just gonna stay there. We're gonna take the abandoned black, grab this, put it down there. Bit of water, not too much, because we're going heavy on that one. And we'll do the side. Just make sure. So that winter theme is kind of fun for me right now because it's a way to escape small details. Because having that base prime white with all the heavy and thick on the black, on the base, make it look like some kind of snow. So I kind of escape having to work too much the base and just need to complete this like that. I'll grab more. I'll check where it's not that much even, or not looking so well, like that. Keep going around, same thing here. This, doing the bottom there. And there we go, people. So this is our toe Pathfinder. So I don't know what you guys think of this. I know I can do, see, there's a bit of black from my end that printed right there. So I shall do some correction. But I think for tonight, for the first one that we did together, after so many hours of work, I think that nearly took me like 3 hours actually, if we count the whole video. At least this is done, the base is done. After that I can actually go back and fix all those problems. So what I'll do, I'll keep going, maybe do another one, the next one with all the brushes. And what I mean is this one with all the brush, no airbrush to do it. And what I'll do after that one, maybe the next thing will be just to pick up the whole army that I got till now. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I got 6 of them right now that are gonna be painted at that time. And then we'll do just little touch-ups. So that's gonna be a smaller video, maybe a 30 minutes maximum video. So yeah, so I guess I hope you guys enjoyed it. After we do that, maybe the next step will be either Fire Warriors or Stealth. Right now we're just practicing, but after that, after we get the hang of it, maybe we'll do one model different per video, not the full Pathfinders or not the full Fire Warriors. We'll do one Stealth, one Piranha, one Armored, and after that move to the interesting stuff like the Broadside, the Riptide, etc. So that's going to be really interesting with the Crisis. So alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.